We're just gonna chill for a second, get this screen. Ain't gonna be any music. Just a couple words I've got. A couple of words. People of the internet, people of the world, angels that don't know who you are, angels that do know, and that are now helping others, healers, people with gifts, unnatural gifts, gifts we shouldn't have. What right do we have to heal people? That's for doctors, right? They just know how to steal blood. They don't know how to doctor angels. I'm gonna have some M&Ms. I'm gonna sit here and chat with you and say, oh, there goes the loves. It's a parade. Oh, now we're gonna have a bunch of people come by. We'll talk about this. There's a lot of people wrestling with faith right now, and so that's what I'm getting from a lot of people. Is they're just wrestling with their faith, you know. You can't reason with God. You can't change the will of God. The Lord gives and receives, you know, takes away. He gives and he takes away. It was his, it was never yours. So I got a like, I just got here. How did I get a like? I ain't even done anything yet. I will say this, I'm gonna make a little fun of somebody, and maybe I shouldn't, but I do it. It's because this is the human side of me. We will be making fun of this guy. I'm just gonna say. But he gave me the word to tell you today. It's a little something. And so, you might like this. As a truck driver, you'll understand. Even as a car, you'll understand. People that drive, period. So you use your turn signal to make a turn. In life, you want to make all the right turns in life. I'm sure a lot of y'all done picked up on this already, but you want to make all the right turns in life, and the only way you can make all the right turns in life is if you ask God before you make every single turn. And he likes that. He likes hearing from you. But I'm gonna say this. So this guy, it was nice of him to give me a reason to stop and to do a little live and to make fun of him at the same time. It's okay. He probably came in here so tired that he left his lights in his turn signal on. I've been here long enough to take a break. It's been a good hot minute. So just so you know, be careful if you're walking in the parking lot, because this guy might make that right turn. He's working on it. God's working on him. So he's trying to make it right. But he's clear. If you ever, matter of fact, I'll let him over. Hang on a second. Just to be for real. Just to be, you know. Hey, Liberty, if you got it on, you're clear to make that right lane change if you want, driver. You got it. You come on over once you get in front of Cracker Barrel. I'm just saying. I just putting that out there. Just putting that out there. Let me know if you see it. Anyways, so y'all be careful in front of a Liberty truck. He may make that right turn at any time. So, okay, that's my fun. Look, I'm a human. I can have my fun. So, no, he is, I'm sure, sleeping. Because he can't have been inside. Everybody goes inside's out in 30 minutes when you're trying to, you know, maybe an hour. And, well, if you get a little slower because you ate a Subway sandwich, let's be, you know, might need a little help getting out. Because that's how it goes. You eat a lot, you know. But that's me, too. You know, and I'm having M&Ms. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna have. I got honey. I got a bear. I now have a bear. The truck is stuffed bear. Y'all see the truck is stuffed bear? Yeah, I just scared y'all with that. The truck is stuffed bear is that full of honey at this point. I'll tell you how to do it, people. You get this honey, and you take a bottle of water, regular water. You pour honey in cold water, and then as it gets to the bottom, you turn it upside down and swirl it round and round and round and round and round. And it'll try to hit the lid of the cup. Don't worry, ain't gonna get stuck there. And then you turn it right side up again and swirl it round and round and round and round and round. Right? And so for, I don't know, Google's wrong on the numbers, or for the person who just came back in the room, it's about adding honey to water. You want to take a good full 2 tablespoons, not teaspoons, tablespoons of honey at least. put in water. I'm gonna put some in tea. I'm getting the lemon tea, and I have actual what's called real lemon, but I like using lemons. That's medicine too. A little something. Now, honey in cold water does one thing for your body. Honey in hot water or hot tea does a completely different thing. It all has to do with antioxidants you're going to get, but the effect you have, I like the effect of, we'll call it the effect of cold water and honey in the morning, and midday to afternoon, honey in warm water, and I'll usually put green tea in it. So for right now, I'm just buying this, I got this Pure Leaf Real Brew Tea. This stuff here, it's got lemon already in it. I don't know how I can photobomb this because the camera is so far out. Lemon, you know what I'm saying? Pure, it's gonna be horrible. Pure Leaf, you get the point, right? So, but here, we're supposed to be watching him in case he makes that turn. So, I'll put some tea in here, but there's a lot of people right now, because lots of people that have said that they were wrestling with faith. You know, one person speaks for about 100 to 100,000. People are going through the same things. So, and right now we've got, by the way, the sun is shooting has a big, it's a coronal mass ejection waiting to happen from hell. I mean, that's where it's how strong it is. We could have a kill shot for electronics anytime now. And if it goes out like that, and it's going to be facing the earth, it's going to be right in our path, it is what it is. So they were saying that we shall see what happens. It's always a Russian roulette game with the sun anyways. That's why I put those things up. But I put a link up in incoming, that playlist incoming. I gotta drink this tea down a little bit to put the honey in it. But other than that, people are going through a lot of stress. Plus, it's all the mess with, you know, there just happens to be an election and all the stupidity that comes with it. And I mean, there's a whole Fruit Loop up there. I think it's 295 goes around Washington, where all the fruits are in it, the Fruit Loop. So there's that, but it's no worries, you know. This guy's fixing to be famous, I think. I don't know. I got the camera up. I try to keep people just really want to be in my videos. No, he walked under it. That's good. So I'm not trying to make people famous, except this dude, the Liberty guy. But he has liberty to turn right at any time he wants to. So back to what I was saying. And Google's messing with my numbers. It's not about morale, Google. I could care less. I'm just putting up knowledge. So understand, there's that. But there's a lot of people that are fighting with their faith right now. Not just about, I'm not even talking about election or this, that. I'm not. I'm talking about your actual faith in your Creator. Now, the way to handle that, I'm spinning this around to get the honey mix up. The way to handle that is to completely pray about it and completely give the problem to God. Recognize that you don't just have this. You don't got this. You need a little help. You know, no matter what it is. A little clarity for a job that you prayed about, a little problem, you know, that you ask questions for, and then, well, here's your answer. It's not going to be written in the sky. It's right here on the internet. This is your answer. You were asking for it. Not me. You were. So here's your answer. Okay. Here's your clarity. Okay. God's got this. He has a plan for you. And He will use you no matter what you've done that was bad before. And you are a good angel, not a bad angel, no matter what you think you've done. So, be a good angel. Go forward. Have faith in God, but you're like, well, I'm still resting my faith. Okay, fine. So write on a piece of paper. Do this for yourself, not for me. Write on a piece of paper that you're building a foundation of your faith. And build it like a pyramid with a whole bunch of little blocks. You can make the bottom row 3, 4, 5, 6 across, however strong you want to build your faith on a foundation. And here's your foundation stones. I'll give you one right now. If you put a painting in a forest in front of a beautiful landscape, you would look at it, anyone would look at it if you left it there. Anyone would look at it and say, oh my God, this is a beautiful, beautiful view right here. Who made this? This is awesome. They would first think, who made it? But no one ever asks when they look at a beautiful landscape, oh my God, this is so beautiful. Who made this? Well, God made it. It didn't just happen. There was no random something that dropped out and gave a planet oxygen and water and plant seed and all the genetics that it takes and people living on this planet, which are a completely different, independent ecosystem. And we're supported by the plants that were here first. So, I mean, I don't know which one came first, the chicken or the egg. I can say this, they were created. But I can say this, so I'll say the chicken. I can say this, I can say that people weren't here before oxygen or they'd be dead. It would have never got off the ground. So God made the plants to make oxygen. Did he not? Or maybe he just filled the atmosphere with oxygen. Doesn't matter. Your foundation stone is the fact that you know that there was a creator. That'd be the first block. The second block is that he created you in his own image. Whether you want to believe that or not, he created you in his own image. The third block would be that he does actually care about what happens to the rest of your world and your life and the things that are in it, no matter how small, and he can help you to deal with it. Because you're here to learn. You're not here to go crazy. You're not here to lose your mind on all the problems you have. You should be still and know God. I do it all the time. I do it every day. Sometimes you be still and know God, and he'll put you in the right place. When there's traffic, pull off the exit ramp and find yourself enjoying your time at a truck stop, getting you something to eat, and let the traffic back up the highway and be still and know God. You might wind up talking to somebody else that needs to hear a word from you. That needs to hear, hey, God sees you, angel. And I sense your being and your presence. Of course, you may not, I'm the only one on the planet that senses. You may be able to read auras. You may have a gift you can share with somebody. Don't be afraid to share your gift. Like I said before, if you can play a piano, don't put it in the basement in a soundproof room. Put it on the roof of your house or your building at work and play it for the entire town, and people will show up and listen and say, wow. If you can actually play. If not, they might laugh. But still play. I'm just saying, play. You know? Put yourself out there and don't be scared. Have faith and have strength in God, not in yourself. Believing in yourself is folly. But it says, I can do all things through God which strengthens me. Jesus said if there's a mountain there and you tell it to move over there, it will move over there if you just have the seed, the faith of a mustard seed, which was known to be the smallest seed that grew the biggest tree. How does the smallest seed build the biggest tree? That was his point. Even a mustard seed of faith can move a mountain. Imagine what actual faith can do. You'd be healing people. It's happened. So, you might get a sensing like I have of a different way. You may be able to find homeless people that need help, like when other people wouldn't notice them. I don't know what your gift may be, but God put it on me, and I sense angel DNA. And I tell people, hey, listen, you need to know the attributes about yourself. You know, if you have this and this and this, you know, I get answers about what kind of vitamins they need, and it's all different. And I read them if you say that, but I see them, and I don't see if one is a white man with the O blood type, and then there's a black man with the O blood type. I don't see them as that. I see the spirit. I see their spirit, and I see them for what they really truly are. The rest of that is just so you fit in on this planet, people. Your skin is so thin, it means nothing. It just protects you from falling apart. Think of it like a Ziploc bag. When you put something in the freezer in a Ziploc bag or in the refrigerator, and you're done, you throw that bag away. It's not necessary. Newsflash, that bag, that your skin, your body, you are earth. It will go back to the earth. You're not taking it with you. Don't be so happy with your body. Don't be proud of it. Don't be ashamed of it. Don't think someone has a better body than you. You are a spirit that is bigger than your body, and you barely fit, and you wrestle with it, especially if you're an angel. You wrestle with being in it. That's why some people astral project, to try to get out of it for a bit, just to stretch and get out for a minute. Some people do it when they get scared or in a shock. The point is this: you are bigger than your current situation, and your God is bigger than all of your problems. So let your faith not be in yourself. You're limited by this Ziploc bag you're stuck in. We're all stuck in them. But just know that that's a throwaway. It's a one-time use. It's a paper bag. And it doesn't matter if you're in a brown paper bag or a plastic sack. It does the same job. I don't care if you're pink, purple, polka dotted, red skin, dark skin, if you got a tan like me or you can't tan at all, if you dark as night or bright as the sun when it first comes up, or an orange color. There was a guy that took a bunch of silver. He turned blue. They had him on Oprah. I don't care if you're blue. That happened. It's not even important. So get over yourself. What makes you special is what you are inside. And I see people exactly the same. There's strong spirits. There's guarded ones. There's the trickster. I have to give them a name for something so I know how to deal with them, because I don't even see them that much different. They're the same, but then I have to go by their actions of what their spirit really is. It's by their actions, by the works of their hands. And I don't judge them by it. I just understand them by it. There's a difference. I'm not here to judge. But if you have a problem with faith, oh, here we go. Here's the Swift Show. Just so you know, this was brought to you by a company that really does their best to, well, be in people's way. Kind of like best in crash. No, we won't make too much fun. It's best in class, but we say best in crash. We'll let him go by. Okay, at least he don't have his turn sing along. We were making fun of Liberty, but here's the thing. I have to categorize the angels that I encounter and the people now by their works and by how they act, because they're the same. I see them as exactly the same. Not just, oh, they've got this in common. It's the same. It was made by God, but it is by God, but it's angel DNA and it's the same. And even the A's, I recognize them when they have it in them. It doesn't matter though, but people are people. We're supposed to protect the people. But like I said, it's very easy for you to have the angel DNA and to wrestle with your own being and wrestle with your faith. It's easier than even the people with regular blood, because you're already wrestling inside yourself with who you are. And how can you be what you are, and what is it? And no one ever told you. So that you're like, there just isn't an answer. There's an answer. There is an answer. You're a descendant of the angels. You are what you are, but there is an answer for it. Just because it took me giving you the answer and your whole life, and you may even question this, it's fine. Don't have faith in me, have faith in God, and ask God about it. Pray about it. Read the Bible. And if you're like, oh, well, I've read the Bible, great. Well, children read children's Bible stories. That's for babies and children to get the idea of Joseph in the well and this and that, right? Those are children's Bible stories. Then you read in the Bible where it tells the story a little different. And he changed his name to Zaphenath-Paneah, and he became the second to the Pharaoh, and then he had his dad come up there, and he got to see Benjamin again and all this stuff, and then he went to the funeral of his father and got permission from the Pharaoh and said, hey, yeah, take people, all this. It's a whole bigger story. So then you say, well, I've read the Bible. Okay, well, I have too, but the more times you read it, the more it will reveal to you. And you say, oh, well, I've read it and okay, you understood it, great. Now instead of getting the translation that was from Aramaic or Hebrew to the Greek to a couple other languages, but then Old English and then our English, which is nothing like Old English, read the English translation of the Greek. And you might say, well, I can't do that. No, someone will read it to you. You don't even have to read the book. You can get it on audio. It's here on YouTube, and I've found a couple of them. You know, you can find a couple of them. It's called the Septuagint. It means 70 in Greek. Septuagint. Septuigint. I'll try to find one and put a link up on here. The point is, you can hear the Bible in different words that are translated better to our English than Old English, or then from the Greek to Latin, and then to Old English, and then to English. Let them read the Septuagint to you. Go further. But for your faith, you just pray. There's no magical words that you need. It's already been done. You don't have to fight with the spirit world. Jesus did that for you. He conquered it. Just use his name and command all the spirits to leave you alone, and then it's done. That is how that works. You don't have to refight a battle he already fought. That's won for you. It's done. But God will help you to make all the right turns in life. Even this Liberty guy. His right turn was coming in his truck stop and going to sleep because evidently he was too tired to run. That he left his turn signal on and everything else. But God will help you to make all the right turns. All you have to do is pray about it. And he wants to hear from you. So there's that. So he's given me a gift. It is what it is. I sense angels. I tell people what's going on. This one guy, just a little while ago, he was like, it's nice for somebody to notice. And I told him, I said, you're a good angel. I said, you quit worrying about it. I said, you do too many good things to be a bad angel. This is just words that come to me. And I'm supposed to tell him. Yeah, and it blows their mind. And it is what it is. I get what I get. I give what I'm told. I do what I'm told. You know, you just have to listen and do what you're told. That's all. My gift, you know, and it's gotten stronger, but it is what it is. And God will change you. He turned my eyes green. Not normal. There's an angel there walking in front. I mean, too short to be in the camera, but that's another angel. O negative, RH negative. Bam. I just hit it on the money. You know, I don't need to talk to him. I already know. I have a sensing. I wish you'd have seen. They were just in front of my truck. It was just down here. But just what I'm saying is, they walked by, and then, but ain't no reason me putting them on camera. If they walk back by on the other side, like if they're doing laps, you might see them in front of that truck. But it is what it is, and they were completely covered up. Completely covered up in a mask, a thing on their ears, a thing over their head. I sense it. God gave this gift to me. It is what it is. And I'm also a healer. It takes away pain. In 3 minutes, they tell me when it's done, it takes away pain. And it's from God, not from me. I always wash my hands with cold water. So if you realize you're a healer, wash your hands with cold water. If you feel the tingling coming back to your hands, that means they are a healer. Also, you have to wash their hands with cold water also. So they don't take on anything bad from the healing. Not a spirit, not anything like that. But just, I don't know how to describe it. You just wash your hands in cold water. It's what you're supposed to do. I mean, it's like the ashes of the red heifer. I didn't make the rules. I just know what I'm told. So, and evidently somebody from books way back has confirmed that and put that up on the internet. I was like, oh, I was already doing that, but that's good to know. Yeah, wash your hands in cold water after you do a healing. Even after self-healing. If you put one hand over the other wrist and the other hand over that wrist with your thumb around your arm on each side, and you pray to God, you say, I accept this healing, and I know it's from God, and all the glory goes to God. Glory be to God in the highest. I say, holy, holy, holy is the Lord Most High, and I say that of my own free will. I say that here on earth because he has, I'll call them angels, but they're creatures in heaven that he created that say that to him all day long, and he likes to hear that. He also likes to smell meat with sweet savor. So hey, I grill. I grill out. I'm like, hey God, I hope you like the smell. You know, it's what it is. So what he likes, I try to do. And I'm not perfect, but it is what it is. And I take communion in my truck. I have crackers for the body of Christ, the club crackers, and I have Welch's grape juice. And I'll take what would be like a half a cup out of the bottle every time, and I take that as the blood of Christ. So you could take communion right in your truck, and don't accept judgment from anybody that goes to church and they have a regular job 9 to 5. We're truckers, we're out here, but you know what? You can take communion daily, twice a day, 3 times a day. God wants to hear from you anyways. He's your God as much as he is the people that go to church and claim him, and as much as the ones that say they have a church and they don't know that they'll be like an inspection arms in the army or military where they snatch it away from you during inspection arms. Well, guess what? God's going to snatch his church away from those people and say, this is my church. It's always been my church. This is not your church. You're in the church. This is my church when he comes to get it. And some of them won't understand it because they never learned that part. You can build a church, you can have people in the church, but my church is where I stand. And I'm not culpable for anything anyone else does bad within this church with what I do, because it's me. There are 7 candles in heaven. Now, yes, I've been to churches. Yes, I've been baptized. Yes, I've been to different ones. And here's the angel, by the way, walking across. But I'm going to say this. Completely covered up. O negative, RH negative. You know? You want me to ask them? So put it on camera? I mean, really? Doesn't even matter. I know I'm right. It's always right. So what I'm saying, that one right there. So what I'm saying is, it's like this. There's 7 candles in heaven that God can extinguish the flame if someone in the church, if that church is doing bad. I don't know how many he's extinguished. I've got a pretty good feeling though, since Jesus walked around and was his own church, that's one type of a church. I've got a pretty good feeling that that's accepted. Should you take communion with others around? Yeah. It's kind of what I do here. You know, get grape juice out, take communion. I'm having tea with honey. I may have some before I leave. I do have to get going. I just wanted to say this. Like that guy right there, obviously made the right turn coming into the truck stop and going to sleep because he was too tired to know to turn his turn signal off. God will help you to be in the right place at the right time for your situation. And it says he will sit you down in the presence of your enemies, a plate at a table, a supper in the presence of your enemies. I don't like that part so much because pretty much I don't even want to see my enemies. The truth is, that's how much he will supply for you. Is if you're hungry, he will have your enemies cook food for you and place a table setting for you at their table. And you will have until your cup runneth over. So he'll provide you, but you have to ask. And it's just like heaven on earth. Ask and ye shall receive. If a place is closed and you still need to get something, ask. Ask for what's yours. People will give you, it's God's favor. People will give you favor. If you ask and have faith that, hey God, look, I need this. Can you help me here? Ask. And you'll find that you'll be around people that will help you. If you have a problem, quit trying to think that you are John Henry and can plow up faster than a machine. Ask your neighbor who has the machine. Ask someone else that has the machine and let them do it. Because in the end, you're just going to kill yourself trying to keep up. But you can do all things through God, which strengthen you. So God is the one that does it. So for your faith, know that you are strong. You are a person. Quit trying to prove it to the world. Ask for God's help. And then when you see the help, don't say, well, that's a fluke. Well, that's a coincidence. When you just prayed for something and you got it, that's like having Moses part the Red Sea and walking through it on the other side, and you turn back and all of the Pharaoh's army drowned trying to get at you, and you're like, huh, that's a coincidence. People recognize the miracles that are given to you daily. So that's about all I got. Anybody wants to say anything, that's cool. But if you're wrestling with faith, just know there's no reason to wrestle with it. It's there for you, and just use it. So, Chico Vega, amen. Yeah, I appreciate that. You know, and what, I get another comment here? Oh, them too. Yeah. So I'm gonna get off this thing. I'll give you some minutes to make some comments if you want, or you can beat me up. I don't care. I can handle it. We're gonna watch a flatbed try not to hit me, and then I'll be able to get out. So it's always like that. I mean, there's always something going on. See how he's backing it, but he's got room. It's worse than it looks. It's not that bad. I just got it zoomed in because we were making fun of the guy with the taillight turn signal going on forever. He's the forever turner. Oh, and that's going to happen too. Here, we can zoom out a bit so you get the full picture. You know what I'm saying? That's what I deal with. So when he moves, I can't possibly leave till he moves. So let him take his time. There's no rush. There's no rush with parking. And I'm not that guy that's going to get behind somebody and hit my horn and all. Man, there's so much stress in the world, and the people that come in thinking it's a McDonald's drive-through and they want to stress people about how long they've been on the fuel aisle. There's 15 fuel aisle slots. Well, I say about 7. Whatever. You know, people need to just get over themselves and help your fellow man. That don't mean give them a hard time. You know, even when Jesus encountered the Roman soldier, and the Roman soldier says, "What can you tell me?" And he said, "Be content with your wages." That's because they were under captivity. There were Roman soldiers who were actually treating people bad, rummaging through their houses, stealing, raping, pillaging, everything else. And so Jesus didn't say, don't be a soldier. He didn't say, don't go killing people, even for the country, for your security. No. He said, be content with your wages. So don't chastise other truck drivers. Just tell them, be content. Be content with what you are. Have contentment, not contentment. There's a difference. Once you learn the difference between content and contempt, you'll quit acting like you have contentment, and you'll start acting like you have contentment. So, I'm content. I'm happy. I'm sitting here. I've got coffee. I've got some M&Ms. Like I said, I got tea that's got honey, infused with honey by me. The First National Bank of Honey. I've got a bear full of honey. So, and that don't happen all the time, because sometimes bears get stung and they don't get no honey. I got a full bear of honey. I'm turning it upside down, back and forth, because this is a little bit odder bottle. A regular water bottle does more, but once you shake it up and once you get the honey a couple times mixed in with water even, it will stay. The molecular bonding that happens at that level will keep the honey mixed with the water as if it was tea. It won't clump up or fall again. It'll actually try to rise to the top instead of the bottom. It's a little different. So cold water has one thing. I use that in the morning. Afternoon, warm water does good, and you won't use the honey if you lock it up and put it in the back of your truck. So keep it in front of your truck where it's in your eye shot. But I'm gonna get out of here, and we hope that Liberty makes all the right turns, because he's really trying to make right turns right now. Y'all, we're gonna pray for him. That's the thing. So you can tell he's still got his turn signal on. I mean, he's out. He's definitely sleeping. I guarantee you, he's sawing logs. So, yeah, a little something. If you're struggling with your faith, quit trying to wrestle with something that has already been won. Just accept it. It's a gift from God. And then ask for help everywhere you go if you need it, and quit trying to be a hero. You know, quit trying to wrestle every single little thing. If God wants to hear from you, that's why he puts problems in your way. He's going to keep putting problems and keep putting, or allow the devil to, and just to see how you react, and just say, oh, okay, hey, yeah, how about that? You got to ask for help. He's here. Nice of you to notice. Now let's talk about it, because he'll keep stacking block on top of block on top of block until you're like, I can't even handle all this. God help, he will get your attention. He just wants your attention. Turn to him. That's what your faith's all about. So he wants to hear from you. Talk to him. When you get off this channel, talk to God. Absolutely. Get your answers. But for the ones that prayed for clarity yesterday, and there's a bunch of you, and so it's just a blanket reading right now, all of you, this is your answer. It's not going to be written in the sky. Ask God for help. He's bigger than your problems, and your problems will seem smaller. And just say, okay, I'm going to leave it with God. I'm going to leave it at the foot of the cross. I'm not going to worry about it. So there you go. And you don't have to be perfect. I'm not even close to perfect. And we're all sinners on this planet. We're all neighbors. We're all almost like roommates because, well, we were sent here without houses. It's like this is our earth, is our home. Don't trash it for the next one. Make it better. And teach before you go what you already have learned to help the next man. O negative, RH negative. Bam. See, right about there. That's where I pick it up. I'm telling you, people, you have no idea. He'll make you into what he wants you to be. For real. So, that one shouldn't be covered up. They need vitamin D and iron. There's an issue there. So, some kind of issue of the spirit. Anyhow, so I'm gonna get off this thing. And I hope that you do have a good relationship with your Creator, because you will get to know Him later. No matter what you choose for your religion, He'll straighten you out on it. He'll say, oh, so they told you this. Well, you're wrong about this. You're right about this. You're right about this. And okay, welcome to heaven. Here you are. And I mean, I'm telling you, there'll be a day He will straighten you out. And there won't be a, well, somebody told me. No, no, no. You won't even argue it, because you'll be standing in front of your Creator, and He will straighten you right out on it. So don't worry about what you may be wrong or right about. I don't worry about people's faiths. I don't at all. I heal regardless of faith. Okay? I will say this. I talked to a Muslim. He is a healer. There's something going on there. He should have been a Sikh. This is what I was told. And because he doesn't have faith, then there is an issue. There's an absolute issue. So, but that's from God. That's not from me. God does what He wants to with His people, with who He wants to do, how He wants to deal with them. And I'll say this too. Angels who are bad angels will not stay that way their whole life. Eventually, they will turn and become good angels. I'm talking about the ones on this planet who are people who have the angel DNA. Angels on this planet who are people with the angel DNA, they may try to be bad angels. They will not be that way their whole life. They will come back. Sometimes at that point, some people won't have forgiveness for some of the things they've done, whatever. Doesn't matter. They get forgiveness from God, and they will come back. And they will be the good angels that you know that they can be. So, for the ones wrestling with the bad person in their family, especially that blood type, and knowing what's going on, they're like, why is this? What is the deal? It ain't gonna last forever. They'll come back. They will come back. From everything they've done. And at that point, they'll dig themselves out of their own financial hole. They'll just need a little moral support. So open arms. You know what I'm saying? Don't judge people for what they have done. Moses killed a man with a rock out of anger and broke the 10 Commandments. I mean, seriously, Noah was a drunk and fell down with no clothes on, and his sons had to cover him up. One of them made fun of him, and he wanted to give him a hard time. Well, he was the drunk in the first place. God even warned him while he was building the ark about drinking too much. So He uses all of these people who are what they are. Samson was what he was. You know? But like I said, if you're, oh, I've already read the Bible. Well, you should read it again, but you know what? Fine. Read the Septuagint or listen to it. I'll try to find a link. And use your gifts. Don't hide under a rock. Don't be ashamed of them. I'm not ashamed of mine. You shouldn't be ashamed of yours. Imagine how much harder it is to have my gift than whatever it is kind of gift that you got going on. It might give you some perspective, if that helps. If that helps. But be strong in your faith, because your faith itself is from God, and God's strong. So there's that. Build a pyramid on a piece of paper. Start with foundation stones about which you know to be true, and it will lead you to understand the next level, then the next level, then the next level. And build your faith on a foundation of stone, not in the sand. He built the dome of the rock that's under there. There you go. That's the rock He built His church on. Start with that. and start with all the people who told you this and this and this. You know, if you need people to listen to, Billy Graham was a good one. He's gone, but there's still audio of him. There's a lot of things out there you can listen to, and you don't even have to read. It's kind of the lazy man's way of learning, but you can, you know. And like I said, I'm gonna get off this thing. I gotta get rolling, people, or I'll be blocked in 7 ways to Sunday. If I keep letting people park in here, at some point they'll be next to me, on top of me, in front of me, and all around me. I'll be surrounded. And even if they're angels, that don't help me to get where I'm going. So, and another thing, quick little thing, while this guy's doing what he's gonna do, I hope it's not bad. If you're in high winds and you are a high profile vehicle, or even if you're on a motorcycle, it doesn't matter. You can ask the angels to hold the 4 winds. I do it and it works, and I find the cars around me are affected, but I am not. Even cars being blown around, I am not. It's in Revelations that in the end time they will hold the 4 winds. They have the ability to do it for you. It just think of it like practice. Not that they need the practice, but they could do it for you, and you command them. That was the whole issue. That was the whole issue for some of the angels, you know, like Satan, that he didn't want people to command angels. They're not just supposed to sit there and watch you. When you need help, you're supposed to ask, hey, can you help? That was that. That was from the watchers. The ones in heaven, the ones that are here on earth that are your angels, all of them, they hear you when you call. You ask God for help, and then you say, I need my angels to do this. It's not like you're sending them for groceries. You're just having them hold something that would hurt you. And they'll do it. So y'all stay safe. I'm going to get off this thing. And if you have a problem knowing if you're making the right turns or not, don't just leave your turn signal on and go to sleep. Ask God for help, and He will give it to you. So we ought to take, we should thank, for a second, we should just a second here. We're going to thank Liberty for his his help, for his message. Yeah, I keep it upside down. Yeah, no worries. You too, brother. And yeah, don't follow me. Follow God. I'm not perfect. I'm not even close. But you can look at what I do with my gift, and you can say, if he can do that with his gift, I can say a little something to somebody when I feel the need. When you feel the need. Don't be like me. I'm doing it 24/7, and I'll tell you, it's a lot. I don't mind. I've taken it on, though. So y'all stay safe. I'm gonna get off this thing. God bless everybody here. I'm out. Peace.